I'm Nick Gompertz. I've been an NHS doctor for 30 years, initially in hospital, then the last 21 of those as a GP, and now I'm CEO and founder of EarSwitch Limited. So EarSwitch started off actually trying to unlock people with motor neuron disease. So people with motor neuron disease, like the late Professor Stephen Hawking, can have problems talking. And we provided a switch from people's ear that they can control by squeezing a muscle in their ear, and then realised that actually the ear was the great site to do all sorts of medical monitoring. There have been two major problems with medical monitoring that have come out recently since COVID. One is that the finger oximeter that people have been relied on to check their oxygen levels are unreliable if people got dark skin. And so the higher death rate related to COVID in some racial groups has been attributed in part to using this finger oximeter. The inner ear canal is the same colour for everybody, and therefore we have got an innovation that resolves that. The other problem is that finger oximetry is poorly accurate with a 4% error rate, and we believe that taking your measures from the ear is even better. So I had the idea of the innovation for a couple of years, but actually it felt a very lonely place. I didn't know that there was any sort of ecosystems. And then when I heard about the NHS Clinical Entrepreneurs Scheme, I realised that that's actually where I had to be. This is where things happen. It really sort of helped me by meeting those people who allowed me to focus down on how to get earmetrics oximetry, so the oxygen measurements from the ear, to the next stage. We'd had quite a lot of grant funding, but really it was really how do we actually start road mapping through to a device that could come out to the NHS, and that really helped me formulate that by meeting the people who were pivotal in these areas. This allowed us to get on the IDAP program, which is the Innovative Device Access Pathway, which is an accelerated pathway through evidence gathering, MHRA regulatory approvals, hopefully, and nice health tech approval through to market. And without that, I believe that we'd be on a lot slower progress. We are aiming that earmetrics will be the new standard of care globally within a few years. So we are aiming to prove our technology so that the incumbent medical device manufacturers realize they have to take our technology as the next standard of care. We are hoping that this will come into guidelines once we've proven the technology, which we obviously have to do first, but actually that this will be better care for everybody globally and equitably. I really believe a lot of people going into NHS actually want to make change and want to do the best thing they can. And I think it's really important that we actually recognise that grassroots clinicians and people who work in the NHS know the pain points and quite often have solved them and got the ideas. So it's really important to allow those people to actually get their ideas out as soon as possible, and the NHS Clinical Entrepreneurs really helps this. So I really like coming back to the pit stops. You feel that you have your tribe, there are peer support, these people become your friends. It's an amazing thing to try and help other people. Not that I'm anywhere an expert, but I can tell them some of my pitfalls. You'll meet amazing people, you'll feel supported and valued. I think it does help in your work as an NHS clinician to know that there are other people wanting to make a change, and there are people trying to help you make that change too. So I think if you're one of those people, just apply to the NHS Clinical Entrepreneurs. It really is helpful. I can't recommend it highly enough.